So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Good to have you here today. And we're going to talk about motivation because, listen, sometimes you just notice it. Some people are just hot to trot, as they say. Do they still say that? I'm not sure. With motivation, they're on fire. Their hair's on fire. Yours is not on fire. Where do they get theirs from? Where do you get yours from? We'll talk about that a little bit today as we get into this. The daily boost from motivationtomove.com. The positive boost you need every single day in our 16th season. It's a really simple goal. We know that life begins when you move, and then life pretty instantaneously kind of gets in the way. And when it gets, what do we got to do when it gets in the way? I mean, we're going to stand up, we're going to take a step, we're going to repeat, we're going to keep going until we get what we want, because why would you stop before you got there anyway? I know. I know what the answer is. Because, Scott, just like you, I am the boss of me. Therefore, when I tell myself that I'm going to do something, I don't have to, because I'm the boss of me. I can't fire myself. I don't have to fire myself. I could just say, don't do it and still get paid. It's confusing, isn't it? Well, listen, thanks for stopping by. My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. And the new YouTube channel is up and running today. It's a little confusing, still pushing buttons on the fly, but if you want to see this thing live and in person and watch me fumble and stumble as I'm pushing the buttons and the lights and everything else, join me at dailyboostpodcast.com/YouTube. But let's get into that wonderful thing called motivation. Because it really is one of those deals. I talk to a lot of people, a lot of folks, a lot of clients on Zoom calls, on phone calls, and in-person consultations, coaching groups, the whole thing. And usually what happens is at some point along the way, they will say to me, I just can't stay motivated. I can't get motivated to do the things I want to do. And in all cases, I know that if they've gotten to me, they're motivated to do the things they say they want to do. They just don't realize it yet. They're still kind of looking for that mystical thing that's going to drive them. And it's okay, because I'll tell you, and I'll tell everybody else around me, it's really common for me, if I want to get motivated, to go find something that's going to fire me up. I'm thinking right now about the paddle boards we bought recently. My wife and I went to a boat show, and I've never thought about paddleboarding. I've had some friends who've done it. I've seen pictures, but I'm thinking, that's silly. Stand on a board and paddle. Why do that when you can sit down? But nonetheless, we're at the boat show, and And I didn't want to buy a $2 million boat, but they did have a $1,000 paddleboard. And I said, let's buy one. And my wife said, well, I'm game for that. I'd do that. And I said, okay, let's do it. So we did. It came in the mail and it sat there waiting for me to use my paddleboard. But I wanted to because I wanted to get outside and enjoy this beautiful Florida lifestyle that we have. We're all about 2 miles from the water here. Water's everywhere in Florida. That was motivation. That spontaneous, kind of ambiguous desire to do something different, to have some fun, to get out and enjoy something, even if I couldn't totally describe what it was. The answer showed up in front of me. Bought it and went and used it. And I didn't fall, although I will say that my wife did fall the first time using the paddleboard. I didn't. I stood the whole time. I took a picture of her falling. It was awesome. So that automatic motivation, how do we get into that? How does that happen? I know you've wondered as you've studied the evolution of motivational science. You have studied the evolution of motivational science, haven't you? Well, you should. It's kind of cool. But you probably wondered, sometimes, maybe it's the office, maybe it's home, maybe it's just a guy or a girl or somebody. They're just so motivated. How do they get out of bed every single day and go do the things that they do? They seem to get so much done. In a nutshell, I'm going to give you a complicated answer here. It's complicated. It is. It's just complicated. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you on this one. It's complicated. It's layered. You are a very complex critter. Everything about you is complicated. And if you think anybody else can figure something about you, try figuring out something about yourself first. It's really hard to put your finger on all these things that you want to know, the things that drive you and give you what you want. It's like trying to be happy and put your finger on what makes you happy. It's difficult to do. But there are 4 kinds of motivation. The trick is which one motivates you. I think a lot of people are motivated by a little portion of all 4, but a lot of folks are really very strongly motivated by one of the 4. So number 1, external motivation. Are you externally motivated? Meaning that does something fire you up or somebody fire you up? Usually this happens when you're compelled to do something and maybe you didn't want to do it. And somebody told, go clean your room, right? Something like that. Or do your homework or get back to the job or stop speeding or whatever it happens to be. It's one of those things. Somebody, an external force, is motivating you. No, that's okay. It happens all the time. I like external motivation. I am some external motivation for you. Come on, let's go. We can do it. But the truth is, I don't want you to live there all the time. But some people do. Some people can't do anything unless somebody compels them to do it. They're not listening to this podcast. They're not watching this video. They're someplace else letting somebody tell them what to do. You're not that person. But you probably are occasionally motivated by the external. I guess my paddleboard might be considered an external motivation, right? Yeah, maybe so. See, it works. More importantly, the way I want you to be, and the reason you're probably listening today, is because you are intrinsically motivated from the inside. It's done for personal reasons. A lot of people call it your why. Why are you doing that? Oh, I just feel I have to. So this inside is very strong. When I started this podcast, this thing is over 16 years from when we started. When I sat down to do it, trust me, when I told somebody I was going to do a podcast way back in 2005, they said, pod what? Well, I was like, it's iPod and it's broadcast. They call it podcast. Stephen Jobs made it up. But I'm going to do it anyway. You'll know what it is when I do it. And I'm like, yeah, right. Okay. It didn't matter. Nobody supported me. Nobody listened. It was no big deal to them. It was like, whatever. It was a podcast thing. Get on the radio, dude. And what I ended up doing was I just kind of intrinsically motivated. Now, where was my motivation coming from? Because I was shifting careers. I was going from being a television radio guy, doing producing, directing, on camera, on radio kind of stuff. And I wanted to get into this kind of stuff, which is not too far from that kind of stuff. But I wanted to start doing this. The challenge was that was my motivation. That was my why. I just didn't know how to do it. So I found this external vehicle, if you will, called a podcast. Internally, I fired up and I went after it. I had a reason to go after it because I knew if I chased this down, it would work, and it did. Got me fired up. Still to this day, I'm fired up by it. What's the third one? Introjected motivation. It's similar. The difference is that it's something that if you don't do, you're going to feel guilty about it. That ever happened before? Taxes, term papers, taking your wife out on a date. If I don't do it, I'm going to get in trouble. So I'm going to go do it. You're not compelled. You just understand there is a complication. There is a consequence to you not doing this thing, not being motivated. That motivates you to go do it, right? Which one are you? Are you externally motivated? internally motivated, introjectedly motivated, if that's a word. Look it up. There's a fourth one. Identified motivation. It's when you know something needs to be done, but you haven't decided to do it yet. That's kind of a cool way to say it. I will often say to somebody, I don't know what it's going to be, but it ain't going to be that. I'll tell you when I get there. That's what that is. That's identified motivation. I don't know exactly where I'm heading in some cases, and God knows we all can't all the time, right? I don't know exactly, but I do know this. I do know that when I see it, it'll motivate and inspire me, and then we start that cycle again. Externally motivated? Somebody compels you to do it. Is that you? Probably a little bit here or there. Internally motivated. Done for personal reasons, your inner why. Introjected motivation. Similar. Difference? If something is not done, you'll feel guilty. And have you just unidentified it, what your motivation is? And when you do, you'll get to it. Is that you? My guess is a lot of folks listening to this program right now are the identified motivation. That's what drives you. You're looking for something. I probably have a big trait of that myself as well. A paddleboard story and so many other things. I look for things that are going to get me kind of fired up, and then I decide to go do it. And that's how it works. Well, listen, we are all over the place with this thing we call the Daily Boost Podcast. If you happen to be on YouTube, you can subscribe there. Also, Apple and Spotify and iHeart. We're all over the place, but almost 2 million downloads a month now, so it's pretty cool. The rest of the stuff you find at motivationtomove.com. I will show you more there. And if you'd like to have some fun and join us on Facebook, do me a favor. Just go over to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. Join the Daily Boost Podcast group. And if you want to chat with me, just tag me. I will be happy to get in touch with you. We'll have a conversation. Cool? All right. I'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Boost. Have a great day.